Welcome to RetroBytes. My name is Brian, and this is a show where Joe and I take a look at different topics about gaming. On today's show, we introduce ourselves, talk about some news, we're discussing our favorite Mario games on its 40th anniversary, and does the hype train oversell games? And before we get into the show, if you want to find us on social media, you can do so at linktree/Retrotopia. It's linktr.ee/Retrotopia, where you can find a link to all our social medias, as well as our Discord and our Dashery store, or you can go to retrotopia.dashery.com. Also, you can join our Patreon, which is free to join, where you get this RetroBytes 15 days early and with an extra topic at the end. You can do so at patreon.com/Retrotopia. Now let's get into the show. It is the new format of RetroBytes, and I'm Brian, I'm your host, and normally with me is Sam and Alan, but we've had to shake things up a little bit, not because we got into a big fight or anything like that. I love those two. What happened was our schedules are no longer working out for this show, because this show is very time intensive outside of our normal schedule to record. So I went to the well of friends, and I asked my good buddy Joe to be my guest, or not my guest, my actual co-host, permanently on this show, and he said yes. So here is Joe.
Well of friends. Wow. I'm surprised it's not like well of enemies or passive acquaintances, but I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, give it time.
Oh,
Give it time.
okay.
So yeah. Later on in the show, we do actually have a part how Joe and I met, so you can stick around for that, and it's a fun story because we started as people who hated each other.
As most of my relations start that way. Everyone tends to hate me at first, and they're like, all right.
Yeah, you just kind of grow on us like a wart.
I was going with fungus, but I like it.
Yeah, you're always there.
Yeah.
All right, so this is RetroBytes. We're calling it RetroBytes episode 1.0 or episode 17. I'm not 100% sure yet, so you're going to figure it out when I figure it out. So Joe, why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself?
Well, I've been a long-standing guest here, I would say, since the early days. What number was Mario Kart?
Oh, I don't know. It was you're gonna make me look something up.
Oh, don't look it up. No, just
you're already starting to friggin' get on my nerves, and we haven't even started.
Well, the little red light says we're recording.
I know.
I think it's single digits.
No, it's episode 28.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, all right. I've been around since the early days. Sure, we'll go with that. But I don't know. I mean, without trying to get into the whole how we met and how this came to be, I don't know. I think I just kept bugging you to be more and more a part of this, and then you finally requiesced it to like, all right, fine, here's a bone.
Yeah. Yeah. I took pity on you, you goddamn jackass, and just like, stop fucking DMing me. You can be on the goddamn show.
Yay!
And then you come on, and then you sit there and you still nag me. Oh, Jesus. All right, what have you been playing? Yeah. Oh, absolutely. What have you been playing lately? What's been inside of your video game console?
Well, let's see. I was in limbo there for a bit of just like trying to figure out what to do. What did I just finish? Oh, brain farts. I was working on something and then got sidetracked. Whatever. That's not important. I did boot up the Sonic Racing Crossworlds demo. And,
oh, yeah? With a Mega Man?
Well, not yet. Not until next year.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
But...
Oh, is that what it was? I missed a state of play. Like, today's the day the state of play came out, and I had to take my kid to stupid coding camp, and I missed it.
I mean, I just saw the YouTube trailer of it while I was, like, scrolling while pooping. And I was like, oh, looks good. But, yeah, that game's fun, and... I'm very torn between it and Mario Kart, and I'm like...
You know what? It's getting 9s and 10s across the board. I think Sega has just won the console wars of the 90s.
Oh, we'll get into that. But yeah.
Yeah. We've been playing Mario Kart together a couple of weekends in a row now.
Yeah, we were. Just kind of figuring out what this was going to be, too. Is the ideal way to conduct a like quote unquote meeting.
Yeah, you just sit there and get angry at a video game. And Mario Kart's so
It's
a step backwards from Mario Kart 8. Like Mario Kart
It's
World
chill.
is just it's a good game,
Yeah.
but Mario Kart 8 was just so much above it that I don't think World will ever achieve that level.
I don't think it's going to, especially with Cross Worlds and all. Just the roster alone that they got too is insane. They know what they're doing with this, and
Yeah, they just basically copied Smash Brothers with carts.
oh yeah. Well, I mean, it plays really pretty much like Mario Kart 8. It's scary. Like I beat as much of that demo as I could already, and I'm like, I want to pick it up, but I don't want to drop $70 to pick it. That's the problem. That's where I'm torn right now.
Yeah, and if you're going to be buying it on Nintendo, it's going to be at $70 for like 2-3 years before it goes
I
on
know.
sale for $5 off.
Yeah, no, I think I'll just get it on the PS5 because it's like there's a chance I'll get a deal and I can wait. But
Oh yeah, you give it a year and then it's going to be marked down at least 25 to 35%.
yeah, but it's got its hooks in me with that demo, and I'm like, oh crap.
Just sacrifice a night out with the wife.
I don't have nights out. I have a newborn.
My God, man.
I know.
It's a child. It's not an anchor.
Yeah,
She's almost one. Leave her at home. She could fend for herself.
yeah, I'll just like take the top off the whiskey and throw a
Some
cold
pill bottles. Yeah.
pill bottle, throw a cold hot pocket on the ground, and be like, yeah, you'll make it.
Yeah. Fill the bathtub. Just let her float in there for a while.
There you go.
Look, she learned to hold her breath.
She learned to float on her stomach. That's so
Okay,
impressive.
this is
Yep.
I think
Okay.
this is getting a little morbid for this show.
No, you thought it was gonna get off the
Oh,
rails
man.
or something? That's crazy.
Oh, it's going to get off the rails.
Big
All
time.
right. Yeah, so for myself,
Yeah.
I've just been playing Dragon Quest 3, right? It's
Yeah.
finally got around to picking it up. I said this before on our like Retrotopia show, but after going through all 6 of the Pixel Remaster Final Fantasy, switching over to Dragon Quest feels like I've never played an RPG before. I'm always constantly stepping on my own dick, just trying to remember how to actually play the game.
Well,
'Cause it plays that much differently.
yeah, I haven't dove into the well too much of Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest, but I don't know, how different is it?
Well, it's the mechanics of the game that are different, and how the game runs as well. In Final Fantasy, you can attack any enemy on the screen. This game, you attack kind of groups of enemies. But the group of enemies, like say you have 3 slimes, that would equal a group. But if you had a slime, a wolf, and a slime, well, that's 3 different groups because they have to be the same enemy side by side. And it changes your tactics and stuff like that. You can also have some people do auto commands. Some of the enemies just wipe you out way too fast, and they're just normal enemies. And then you have to save at a church. You have to bring your people back to life at a church. It's just
Yeah,
way
see,
different than a Final Fantasy.
that was way more complicated than my feeble brain can handle right now. I feel like so gassed. I need to like play the most basic of basic games right now, because I'm like, my brain's toast. Like I think
Yeah.
I tried to pick up like Hi-Fi Rush in this like in between time of games, and I'm like, I don't have the chops to do this right now.
I don't have the rhythm. Like, I am so musically defunct, I can't play that game because I just suck at hitting the buttons in to a beat. That's how bad I am.
I mean, you still do damage and everything.
Yeah, but I mean, the fun of the game is actually going to the beat of the music.
Yeah, you're not wrong. If you get in a flow, you definitely like you're at half mast, just enjoying yourself.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to get into the news? Start this podcast proper?
Yeah. I think we've rattled on long enough, right?
Yeah. I think we have, and
All right.
let's do it. All right, let's get into the first story. So, game over for cheap consoles. Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch all hit price up. Microsoft is once again raising the U.S. prices for its Xbox Series X and S consoles in this October, just 5 months after the last hike, citing tariffs and rising costs. This follows similar moves from its rivals. In August, Sony increased all PlayStation 5 models by $50, pushing the standard edition to $549.99 US and the PS5 Pro to $749.99 US. While Nintendo raised the price on the Switch, Switch Lite, and the OLED models by $30 to $50 earlier this summer. Historically, console prices have remained stable or decreased over time. However, inflation, tariffs, and supply chain pressures are reversing this trend. The result is a more expensive console market across all three major platforms, signaling that players may have to pay more to keep up with the latest hardware. So I ask you this. Console prices have historically dropped as the consoles have aged. We all remember, like, you wait, you get the new slim models and stuff like that, and the prices come down.
Yeah.
How do you feel this new trend of upward pricing is going to affect the future of video games?
Not good for us as the consumer.
Yeah, I'm a guy who buys all the consoles that come out because I'm just bad with money. And
I was like, cool.
I'm actually considering, like, I don't need an Xbox.
Yeah.
Game Pass works on PC, and that's good enough for me. I can play it on PC. I have a little handheld. I have an Asus Ally that I can hook up to my TV and just use an Xbox controller to play Xbox Game Pass on. So I'm actually thinking of reducing in the next console generation of what I get, and I'm not too thrilled with Nintendo's Switch 2 right now.
Yeah. Well, just raising the Switch, like original Switch prices, is insane. Like,
yeah,
I don't. Their chance of getting the record of like all-time best-selling console, I think they just shot themselves in the foot entirely, right? Like, no one's gonna buy a old, how many, 15-year outdated system?
But think of this as well. Like, even, like, I honestly truly believe that the Xbox Series S and the Switch 2 are actually holding gaming advancement
100%.
back, because they're underpowered machines from last generation technology.
Yeah.
But we're running out there, and I say we because I am part of the problem, running out there and gobbling these things up, this overpriced Switch 2.
Yep. I just did it
because of the FOMO
or whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally couldn't sit by, well, seeing the upcoming lineup of like, okay, I've waited on Mario Kart World. I'm quite frankly somewhat disappointed, but I am enjoying it. There's Bonanza, there's Air Riders coming out soon. That's what sold me on a Switch, but I mean, between you and me, and don't tell my wife because I just spent a dumb amount of money on it, I regret it immediately. So should have waited.
Yeah, because, well, that was the same way I was. Like, I got home, it was nice. I actually do like the Switch 2 better than the Switch.
Oh, yeah, hands down.
But I could have lived without it. Like, I'm playing Switch games right now. And the only Switch 2 game I own is Mario Kart World, because I don't want to spend $100 buying a video game for a console.
I know, exactly. It's like, yeah, I got this to play like Bonanza. I still haven't bought it, and I'm not going to anytime soon.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I pretty much just sold one of my child's kidneys to buy this stupid thing. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm shame playing it like in my basement next to my wife after this kid goes down, and I'm just like, I don't feel like playing Mario Kart, but I feel like if I don't use this thing, I'm gonna get like stabbed in my sleep. So
yeah,
I'm just reluctantly playing
right?
Mario Kart.
No, it's definitely something like this upward like pricing of consoles as time goes on is kind of I think it's disingenuous, because when I was younger, I was told during one of our electronics class, because I have electrical technician background, and they always said that as more technology comes out, it becomes cheaper to produce, and therefore it comes down in price. And that's why you always see TVs start at like $2,000, like for a 75-inch 4K TV. Then a year later, they're $700.
Yeah, TVs to go cheap, but
yeah,
I always remember hearing that growing up too, and it makes it's happened now. It's like the product of like, all right, COVID happened, chip shortage, okay, that hiked everything up. Then this, everything with the tariffs and inflation, they've learned they can sell us this stuff at any price tag, and we'll just be lemmings and buy this.
That's the problem, is that they know they can hose us for whatever they will pay, and we're going to be happy to do it.
Yeah, we're screwed now.
And again, and again, I am part of the problem, so
Yeah.
I'm sitting here not pointing a finger at anybody, but
Oh yeah.
it's hooked back at me, right? Because
Yeah, I'm sitting here with a PS5 and a Switch 2 that I'm literally sitting here complaining that I bought a Switch 2. God, I'm an asshole. Uh
yeah, that you sat there like for so long pining over because of
yeah.
that FOMO. You had to have it. The whole reason I bought it, like
Yeah.
I originally told myself I wasn't that interested, and then
Same.
I got that like tingle where a new console's coming out, and I want to be one of the early adopters, and
Yeah.
it yeah. Anyways, I can't think of anything else to say
Well,
about this subject. I think I'm just circling the drain now.
well, here, I got one question for you on this then. It's like, do you think because of this, like, gaming is gonna get more elitist isn't the right word, but like, those who pretty much higher upper middle class income, we'll say essentially.
Well,
Like, yeah,
let
the
me put
general audience will not be able to afford to play video games.
let me put it in Canadian terms.
Okay.
Back when I was a kid, playing hockey, like taking your kid to play hockey, was manageable for a middle class family.
Mhm.
You could put two kids through hockey, no problem. There's plenty of places to buy used hockey gear as they grow,
Yeah.
so you're not dumping oodles of cash. And then there's the elite leagues where those kids are going to be making the NHL, so you're pumping out 3-4 grand a year just to get them into the school.
Right.
Nowadays, you have to be in the upper class to afford hockey, or you have to make huge sacrifices to your life because the hockey has been priced out of just the normal average Joe's
Oh yeah.
price range. And I looked into it for my kid, and it's astronomical.
Oh yeah, I told my wife, I'm like, she can do anything she wants. She is not playing hockey. I will not buy pads every year for the cost of an arm and a leg. I cannot do it.
She's going to become a teenager eventually, and you'll be buying pads every week.
Oh
Month,
god.
I guess. I don't know how it works.
None of us know. It's one of those great mysteries of the world, like magnets. Uh
Yeah, and how birds fly.
You mean the security cameras.
Yes, the drones.
But yeah, I'm like looking at like I'm glad I've gotten into retro collecting and everything because I'm like I'm glad I have this back library of stuff that I can just play for ages. Like I adopted PlayStation late, so I have the PS Plus Extra subscription. So it's just a back catalog of games I never touched over the years, and I'm like, cool, I'm good with that for a long, long time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm the same way. I've been playing more retro games than I have new
Yeah.
games lately.
Yeah, I've been shifting as well. Oh, all right. I think that's everything I got on this.
There you go.
All right. All right. And I will move on to the next story then. Sega takes a stab at Mario Kart. By the time you're hearing this, Sonic Racing Crossroads will be available for purchase. Leading up to the release, Sega's marketing team released a commercial of dragsters in the same style as the 1992 commercial that Sega released to compete with Nintendo. The commercial depicts a super fast Sonic game displayed on the back of a drag car, comparing it to a notably slower Mario Kart, which was shown on an ice cream truck. The original commercial aired at the height of the console wars, when Nintendo and Sega were battling for control of the living room TV. This new commercial brings back the fun of the classic rivalry between the two retro giants. So, my question for you, Brian, is are the console wars dead, or do they still exist between the current generation of consoles?
I don't think they exist anymore.
Yeah.
Not only because we don't have like a clear defined battle line. It's not Nintendo versus Sega anymore. It's not Xbox versus PlayStation. They've all fell into their place. And then you have Steam Deck, and then you have what's that other one I'm thinking of?
I mean, not Stadia. Oh, Luna? Amazon's thing?
Yeah, well, Luna, sorry, I was thinking of MetaQuest and stuff like that.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have these different
VR is
platforms.
its own animal, too, yeah.
So, no, it's like PlayStation is sitting high upon the mountain of video game gods. They are the company that, let's be honest, they have the best first-party games.
Oh, yeah.
And they're putting them on PC finally, which is great for, PC players.
Mm,
Xbox really put all their eggs into the Game Pass basket, and they're just letting their consoles die.
which
So
I'm fine with.
yeah,
But
it's not even a battle anymore. And
no,
Nintendo's off like playing in the sand and eat poop or whatever he finds under the sand, and somehow doing great.
yeah, I have no clue how it works.
Yeah.
So, what do you think this would be more accurate? Is that this could lead to more of, instead of a console war, like a developer war between, well, not between, like between Microsoft and Sony, essentially, or I'll throw Nintendo in there too.
Well, freaking Microsoft keeps buying up established studios
And-
to gain IP because they can't develop a studio.
And
Then they
do
fucking
nothing.
fire staff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Bethesda, like one of the greats
Yeah.
out there making Elder Scrolls 5 just absolutely a banger. They get bought up, and all of a sudden you get this very flavorless Star Citizen, or not Star Citizen. What was it called?
Oh gosh.
Like that's how.
Yeah,
that's how.
yeah, it made that big of a splash. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Starfield.
Starfield. Star Citizen's a whole other story.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
look that up. Almost $1 billion in crowdfunding, and they still haven't released a game.
Oh my gosh. I know.
Yeah,
I had a
but,
buddy try to get me into it ages ago. Yeah, it's insane.
But I've always liked the PlayStation model. Yeah, they gobble up studios, but they seem to invest in these studios, and these studios develop these games like you Left 4 Dead from the people who made Ratchet and Clank.
Mhm.
What is it? Sucker Punch with Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
And they're really blossoming. Like these studios are blossoming. And then of course you look at Bungie there. They came in and Sony just kind of gave them free will, and they kind of kept stepping on their feet, and they tripped over it. And now Sony's had to step in and be like, we're going to take control here. So PlayStation or Sony really develops their studios and
Yeah.
puts them all kind of underneath the PlayStation brand. Xbox buys Activision and says, we now built Call of Duty. They're the Elon Musk of video game developers.
Well, yeah, they buy Call of Duty, make promises. Yeah, it'll be on Switch, everything. And haven't they permanently said at this point that, like, I don't know if it's permanently or temporarily on a hiatus, that it is not making it Switch?
I think that's more of the Switch 2 being underpowered.
Well, it is, but my point is they're over promising, under delivering, which doesn't look good after they're dropping millions and billions of dollars.
That's a new trend these days, is over promise, under deliver, which is I think we have a topic on that, so I'll save it for that. But yeah, if you're talking developer wars, no, game versus game is probably the best you're going to get.
You think? Yeah.
And it's always the same cycle. We're in the Christmas cycle right now, because October is when they release a lot of the games so that they'll land under the Christmas tree.
Yeah, if we're getting all of it.
Yeah, and it's no console wars, definitely, and we're in a very diverse market right now, especially with things like the Steam Deck, which gives you all of your Steam library in your hand, going up against the Nintendo Switch, who used to hold the sole dominance of the handheld market. And of course, you got the can't remember what company makes it, but the Legion, got the Asus Ally, and then Xbox partner with them. It's
now you have a Steam Deck that has a library of millions upon millions of quality games, and then you have a Switch 2, which has a library of banger first party titles and a mountain of hentai games that no one can dare match.
Yeah, and of course, the Switch 2 is also getting the re-releases of games that were released 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, you want to play Cyberpunk now? Yeah, exactly.
Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate is finally coming out on the Steam Deck, or not
Switch,
Steam Deck, the Switch 2. 5 years. That was the game I played when we got locked down.
Yeah. I know. It's when I bought a PS4. I was like, oh, I'm stuck. Might as well do this.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, moving on. We got
it.
Sony versus Tencent, the battle over Horizon's legacy. Tencent has accused Sony of attempting to monopolize genre conventions in the gaming industry in response to Sony's copyright lawsuit concerning Tencent's game Light of Motiram. Sony
Yeah.
alleges that Light of Motirum closely resembles its Horizon franchise, both in visual designs and gameplay mechanics. The lawsuit also claims that Tencent had previously sought to license the Horizon IP before proceeding with the development of Light of Motirum. In its defense, Tencent argues that the game draws inspiration from a variety of sources and that the genre conventions it deploys are not exclusive to Sony's Horizon series. So, do you believe that game or that genre conventions in gaming should be protected under copyright, or should developers really have the freedom to like take inspiration from these other existing works and not have to face these legal repercussions?
That's tough because it's like I feel like it's such a gray area because you can be inspired by anything. It's like in a sense these developers are artists. Gaming is an art, I would say.
Yeah,
and it's like
considered an art.
Yeah, and it's like, who's to say? It's like, yeah, I took inspiration from, yeah, for this, for example, Horizon, but man, is it like, it's definitely like it's a very close comparison of like this line of like it's copy paste. It isn't inspiration.
Yeah,
in
like
this
where
circumstance.
Do you draw the line, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a good example. Like
there's me taking 10 photographs, or like 10 pictures, and then creating something using those 10 pictures as my reference of how things will look. But I create my original work. But if I took those 10 pictures and put them in Photoshop and started chopping the pieces off to make one picture, well, I'm just taking 10 pictures and turning it into my own art.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. And yeah, like the other like example I could think of is like look at fan art for example, like Pokemon, which it gets weird with fan art, but that's not my point. Like you'll look at a few Pokemon, you'll play these games, and you'll design your own. Like, hey, look, this is a Pokemon I came up with, whatever. And then what? The Pokemon Company, Game Freak, are supposed to hunt down this artist and like chop off their fingers? No, it's inspired. Well, if anything, it's like it shows how much they appreciate it. That's a different
situation. I mean, well, yeah, like I'm gonna push back a little on this one because
what you got?
Me as a fan drawing a picture from a game that I like is not. I wouldn't consider it copyright infringement because I'm not trying to make money off of it. Me doing that and trying to sell it as my idea, and this is, I think, where Pal World came into, a lot of problems. Is they really were inspired heavily by Pokemon, let's just put it that way, but they also tried to redesign the formula, and they're not the first game to use the Pokemon formula. No. I mean, you had Monster Rancher and games like that.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of indie ones too. Yeah, Temtem.
Yeah. But I think the problem was they hit it too much on the nose when it came to how you caught your pals or whatever they're called.
They didn't, but I won't go too down this rabbit hole. But have you looked up stuff on Pal World, like actual gameplay?
I played a little bit of it. Oh, have you? But
then let me go ahead.
Okay, good. No, I have no point.
Okay, cool. Then let me ask you this: have you also played Ark Survival Evolved with the dinosaurs and crafting survival game? Okay,
that was one of those games I heard that the online community was so toxic that any new player was just kind of bullied out of it.
Yeah, pretty much. It's awful. But my point being, Pale World closer represents Ark 5 times more than it does Pokemon. And I really don't get, like, looking at them side by side now, why the Pokemon Company is going after them and whoever developed Ark, I have no clue, and isn't going after Pale World, because it's a copy and paste game almost, in my opinion. But
maybe one's more litigious than the other. You never know. It's a fucked up world. I remember when what was it called? Genshin Impact was first announced, and it looked almost exactly like Breath of the Wild.
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely like that at first. It's evolved into its own thing now, but I would definitely say at first it was like, you're taking a lot. See, that's the right way to take inspiration from something, but not flat out copy it.
They were accused of stealing resources, like
oh, all right, never mind.
How things look like grass and the game mechanics and everything. It was accused of being almost copy and paste of Breath of the Wild with a fancy coat of paint on it, and it's going to keep
Oops.
happening over and over and over again. And you know what? It has to be tested in court so we know where the line is.
I guess that's true, and that'll probably be the one good thing that comes out of this. I would say is all right. Now we know where the line in the sand is. We can move on from here.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we ready to get into this last beefcake of a story?
Oh, let's get into the last beefcake of a story.
All right, and I am just gonna say from the top, I'm gonna take one good attempt at this name, and we're gonna shorten his last name as I go. Crush 40 singer Johnny Gioli, we're gonna say, loses legal battle with Sega over ownership of Sonic Adventures 2 Live and Learn. Johnny G, singer of Crush 40, is suing Sega of America over ownership of the Sonic Adventure 2 song Live and Learn. He is claiming control over the master recording and composition and seeking unpaid royalties and damages. According to Johnny, Sega owns the rights to the lyrics. He was paid $3,000 for an as-of-yet titled song for Sonic Adventure 2 for the Sonic Adventure 2 music track. He further claims that Sega has improperly asserted that it is the sole owner of the sound recording and musical composition based on its use in upwards of 25 games and other media without providing compensation. In August of this year, the court ultimately agreed and made a final judgment call in favor of Sega, ordering Johnny to cancel his copyright registrations, one for the sound recording and one for the musical composition. This brought an end to the legal tussle that may have damaged the relationship between Sega and Johnny forever. On September 22nd, Johnny issued a statement claiming that the case was dismissed due to the statute of limitations and not ownership, and that the song quote, remains in the abyss of ownership. Johnny, in a statement after the ruling, said Epic Games had contacted him directly about licensing the song, and according to him, Sega had facilitated the contact. So, with all that being said, who do you think should own the rights to the songs made for video games? Developers?
I like how the whole story has the guy's last name, and you just changed it to Johnny the whole way through.
Look, we would have been here all day and I would have stumbled through that 5 times more if I kept trying to go that route. Like, I can barely read as it is. Alright, who do you think should own the rights to the songs made for video games? Developer, musician, or some sort of, like, joint ownership type of deal?
Well, I think, honestly, it comes down to what the original contract says, because you hire somebody to make the music, but you're paying them to give you something that you're going to own the copyright on. Alternatively, if they say, I have an idea for a song, write something and we'll buy it off you, well, I think the person who did all the work should get the copyright.
Exactly, yeah. It's like, this can turn into a gray area really quickly. It's like, yeah, he was paid $3,000 for a song in, hey, write a song for Sonic Adventure 2. They didn't say, like, they just kind of gave him free reign. So yeah, he probably should have some, like, type of royalties, but behind closed doors, we'll never know what that contract actually said.
Yeah, and then him trying to register the copyright on it after the fact is kind of I believe what they call in the industry a dick move.
I'd say so. Because, I mean, like, do you know the song Live and Learn? Because you're not the biggest Sonic head.
I probably listened to it because I was going through soundtracks a while ago for one of the comment sections on Retrotopia.
All right, fair enough. It is probably one of the more famous, like, Sonic-centric songs in, like, the whole franchise. And the fact that this guy is, like, trying to make the claim of, like, I had no idea it was used in 25 other games. They've done... Alright, I'm not going to say I'm 100% sure. I'm 90% sure Crush 40 has done concerts for Sega, literally playing Live and Learn crowd erupting. Clearly people know this song and love it, and you had no idea it was being used, and you're trying to claim money now. It's bizarre to me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like the kid who was on the album of the Nirvana.
Yeah, the
album.
baby. Yeah.
Yeah, he keeps suing Nirvana for more royalties because he keeps running out of money.
Yeah, it's like, really? You're a baby.
Yeah, I mean, it's all like, they showed my penis, and it's like, yeah, there's only a certain subsection of the society that really cares about that.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
at this point, you're too old for them. And he has a country to run.
Oh, God.
That's going to get some heat.
Yes, it is.
Take that, France.
Yeah, get him.
Oh,
But,
man.
yeah, I mean, I think we settled on just like, yeah, it really is, end of the day, whatever's in that contract is what it is.
This goes back to the last conversation about like where does the copyright line start?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with this, and this has to be a conversation before any work is done.
Yeah.
You're signing a contract. The contract should be black and white. Do you get ownership? Are they buying the ownership? Like, I can buy the copyright to stuff. Like,
yeah,
if I wanted to have a specific song that nobody else could use for this show, I could go out and spend a bucket load of money to have it exclusively for myself. But anybody who bought that song, the rights to that song to use themselves before me, I don't own the copyright to those ones.
Yeah. All I'm hearing is we need to buy the rights to live and learn for the sake of RetroBytes going forward.
Yeah, I can think of a few people that would like that. Sam and Alan.
I was going to say
miss
a particularly British one, I know for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was all the news, and Joe, you did a great job on your first episode, reading off a couple of the stories. It takes time, but you're going to get your food.
I'll get there.
But more importantly, we're in October, which means it's spooky season. Ooh. And with that, let's discuss our favorite tradition. What games pair well with the spooky season?
Well, I don't know about you. I'm a giant pussy.
Yeah, me too. No.
Yeah.
I used to love scary games like Silent Hills, first couple of Resident Evils. Fear still scares the crap out of me. We're about to do that for we're about to do that for Retrotopia, and
you guys have fun.
Yeah, there is just this little girl in the game, and she's a ghost, and there's this one scene that just baked in the back of my brain that I'm not looking forward to. And when you get on a ladder in that game, your character, like, it's a first-person game, right? Your character will actually turn around like you're climbing on a ladder properly. And when there's this one scene where you get up to the ladder and you turn around, she's standing right fucking there. And yeah, it's, oh God, first time I saw that, I didn't just do a jump scare, I peed a little.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I feel like a lot of games, pretty much since, like, the Five Nights at Freddy craze, they really preyed on the jump scare mechanic to be spooky.
There's a game I played, an indie game called Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Yes.
And I did a quick play on that. It's available on the Patreon. And that game was tense.
It
and
sounded
it was
like
just
it.
done so well. Because it's not just jump scares, but you go around the corner and you turn around and all of a sudden there's a cutout of Bendy standing there.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you weren't there before.
Yeah,
and
it's
you
a
come
creepy
up to them
factor.
and then you come up to them and the music is just perfect to create that atmosphere there, and you're going back and forth, and like you'll do things like you're up on like you're in a recording area and you're up high and you're looking down and you see all these little Bendy cutouts where all the people are sitting to play instruments. Then you go down to that room and there's nobody there.
Oh, yeah, see,
it's just like,
that's what I like. I like the unsettling. Like,
yeah, and that's why I like Silent Hill as well, because that is very atmospheric as opposed to being just, like, one thing I don't like about Resident Evil is I don't really find it scary. It's just you're dodging zombies.
Yeah, no, I never looked at Resident Evil as a scary game. to me. It's like it's horror theme, like centric, but yeah, it's just you like you said, you're just mowing down zombies and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for me, like my early encounters with like scary games, like I got into like the Slender Man craze back in what early 2000s was that or
Oh,
the teens?
jeez, yeah,
Yeah,
something like that.
something like that. And what I appreciated about that then was like it was just the internet was making it scarier than it was. So you're just wandering around a field collecting pages, and this white-faced man just come chases you. It's not that scary if you look at it analytically, but just the hype and the atmosphere on the
Yeah.
internet made it something that was really great for a time.
That's like the Blair Witch Project when I was young. I was a teenager when that came out, and
Yeah, it's the same
found
thing.
footage, the found footage horror genre was developed by that group, and I had friends who believed it was real. Like they're
Yeah.
just showing like the disappearance and murder of these children because it's entertaining. So they're like, yeah, this is real, but
Same thing
that was
happened.
done really well. Yeah, just because it felt so realistic in how it was delivered, like it was very believable, which it was very impressive. But
Yeah, for the time, yeah, definitely.
I was scared shitless during that movie just because I knew something was supposed to happen, but nothing was really happening because it was trying to be as realistic as possible.
Yeah, it's I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. No, it's so I take you're not planning to play any spooky games.
No,
This,
no. Like my neighborhood like doesn't do anything for Halloween. We don't get any trick or treaters. Yeah, it's depressing.
Oh yeah.
So I'm
that
just
got
like,
me. We lived in Quebec and that was like that.
yeah. So I'm just like, there's no point. Like, yeah, back when I was like living with my parents still and younger, yeah, Halloween trick or
I
treating
hope
was
younger.
I got out late, man. um, but my favorite thing to do was just scare the crap out of teenagers and kids because yeah, the whole neighborhood's packed, and I would be like, I'd dress up like a mannequin and just like grab their arm anytime they tried to do something or if they're just being a douche, and I don't get that anymore. So now I just like typically like game or do whatever. Like it's just another Tuesday night or whatever it falls on.
See,
anymore.
my favorite Halloween pastime right now is to record the people dumping the bowl of candy into their kid's bag on my doorbell camera.
Nice.
And posting it online.
Great. Yeah, because that's all you can do now. Because I don't even bother putting it out. I tried doing it like the first year we were here, and I think I got 2 kids show up, and I second person I was like, here, have a bowl of candy, dude.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no, we're in a good neighborhood right now, but we had one place where one kid showed up, and that was one kid in the 5 years we lived there.
Jeez.
By the 5th year, we had just stopped. We just didn't care.
Jeez, yeah, you really tried for a while though too. Well,
yeah, and
yeah.
My wife used it as an excuse just to buy candy.
Oh yeah, like I know. I'm seeing if I can still pitch to the wife, like, so we gotta buy a giant bag of candy for us.
I think you guys call them Smarties, or like the little chalky, like in the packets.
I love Smarties, but yes.
Yeah,
what
they're
are they?
Called Rocket.
Yeah,
they're called Rockets here. Smarties for us are like chocolate M&Ms that are better than M&Ms.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Yeah, but I used to take those. I used to buy a big bag at Halloween there, and then I would just bring them into work, and you crush them up there, and like basically take them like oral cocaine.
Oh yeah, I literally. There was a time in my life I had a 3-pound bag that I bought at a bulk store just sitting next to my desk. Every night I'm like, all right, I think I just ate about 30 of these. That's probably terrible for me. Better not go to the doctor for a month because I don't want to hear how I'm killing myself.
All right, well, I think we've jumped off the topic of video games on this one because
well,
we're not really spooky season people. I didn't actually think about that angle when I was writing this. I was just like, hey, we start adding themes to every month, and yeah. My bad.
It's all good.
But you know what? If you're listening and you can write a comment wherever you're listening, just tell us what your favorite spooky game is, because we're always looking for games.
I know we have a few big Halloween heads like in the Discord and everything else. So yeah, definitely want to hear what they have to say.
But speaking of hearing what they have to say,
Oh.
I put out a call for comments for your first episode here.
I feel so special.
Yeah, so I asked a couple of our Discord members to pose some questions to you, so I'm going to fire them off to you, and you can give your answers. So let's start with Hooli, who says, wait, is Joe only doing RetroBytes episodes?
I feel like that's not a question for me. That's a question for you. I think that's what you allow me to do on my short leash.
Yeah, I just hate having to put you out twice a day.
Like, I promise I won't piddle on the carpet anymore.
Well, last time you tried to hump Alan's leg, so we've had to keep you two separated.
Everyone does that, though.
All right.
Yeah, anyway.
Next up we have Sharkstone.
I was going to say, do you want to actually answer that? Or I can.
Well, I mean, the answer is he's only doing RetroBytes for now.
And
but,
then,
you never know.
Okay, fair enough.
We are a podcast in a constant state of flux.
All right.
So next up is Sharkstorm, who says, can you tell a story how you met? He didn't say the story, he said a story.
A story?
Yes. Time to bring out your creative side.
A story of how we met? Okay.
Was the year of the Lord 2023.
We were wandering the streets of Quebec. And
Quebec. We ended up in a strip club, ST, and next thing you know, the boobs were out, and we were sitting there, and we were looking at the boobs.
Whose boobs? My boobs, your boobs, their boobs?
Just all the boobs.
All the boobs.
In Quebec, we don't give a crap, as long as you got nipples.
Oh, God, no nipples. Oh, ugh, weird. Just pictured that.
Yeah, all right. Tell the story how we met there,
Actually,
Joe.
Okay. So, did you actually get the year right? Was it like 2023? Probably.
It's been a couple of years now.
Yeah, it's probably around
We've known each other before I started Retrotopia. So.
Yeah, so I joined the Remember the Game Discord, just, on a whim, see what this is all about, and I was a shy, reserved internet child.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the time, I was...
So quiet.
Hey, you can check back, I was quiet initially. And I had the bright idea. I saw that they were doing like weekly Among Us nights there, and I'm like, should do the same with Mario Kart. And I just started randomly like tossing it out in the general, and then this fine ginger gentleman here grabbed it by the horns and just really went with it and really pushed me to get outside of my quiet reserve and really embrace the moniker of Wildcard, which like laid dormant for years, which you probably had no idea about, and just unleashed a whole weird side of me that the internet had not seen in 5 years probably.
Yeah, that was
yeah. Go.
I'm not going to say fun. That was an interesting time. I believe the only words I said to you is be the king of your kingdom.
Yep.
And then you went right to your head.
Immediately.
And it was just the ego on you, young man, was just incredible. And you, no matter what anybody said to you, you just inflated bigger and bigger. And you always tried to step up one step higher than everyone else. It was just like, dude.
Well, it didn't help that I, at the time, was good at Mario Kart. So there's like, shut up, I'll school you. And then it was like, I'm actually holding my own.
Yeah. Well, I barely ever played the Mario Kart aspect of that. I was I don't know. We just kind of started having a back and forth. And I think one day we just finally DM'd each other and just said, maybe it's time we calm this shit down. And
well, there was a point where like it went a little too far in that Discord. And I think one of us reached out and like, we going too far? And we're like, yep, I think we are.
Yeah. And we kind of pulled back, and once we pulled back, we started talking more often, and then,
I think shortly after, Retrotopia started up, and I think that's when I started, like, DMing you more, like, on the regular, I guess. Like, off and on, and just actually talking.
Turned more into, like, a meme now, more than anything, we just tell each other to F off and stuff like that, and just get on each other's, like, case all the time. It's all in good fun. So,
oh yeah, it is. Yeah, never take never take it seriously. If you guys hear us going bickering back and forth, oh no, it's all lighthearted good.
Yeah. You were usually DMing at the same time, talking about something completely random. Like it's just fun. It's more of like I said, it's more of a meme. It's all fun and games.
Yeah, for a real peek behind the curtain, it's like, yeah, we'll be like, fuck you, I can't stand you. I'm so sick of this. You always pull this crap, and then I'll DM you and be like, yeah, so I'm dealing with this as a parent. How do you feel? Like, what'd you do in this? Like, actually having a deep conversation, but at the same time telling each other to go fuck ourselves. Yeah.
Good times.
It's a weird dynamic.
All right, Blue Shell Discharge, and I don't know if this is his name or if you added this, a.k.a. Blobby. Man changes his name every 5 minutes. How many options did you burn through before settling on Josie Fettuccine? And I believe that one's directed at me.
Yes, it is.
Have you ever heard of a phone book from New York City? I was on Zed, which we Canadians say.
It's better, I'll admit it.
Yeah, and I finally just said, I'm getting tired of this. I'm just going to call Joe.
That sounds about right. I was going to say, I have no idea. I assumed you just, like, bought a box of puppies and we're like, no. Tried to chimp down there at the zoo. This isn't working. And then finally, I was just like, hey, I can do it. And you're like,
I needed somebody who could talk but wouldn't outshine Alan and Sam.
Oh, don't worry, sir. I can barely read and keep it together as is. We're fine.
Excellent. Super Dave asks, any interest in attending a game convention together? If so, which one?
I like the idea that this is... like, not even 2 words in, just not even let me do it. That's cool. I like how that it's presented as together. It would just be me and you, and Sam and Alan have to stay home.
Yeah, that'd be a weird one there. Just be like, hey, come see Retrotopia. They walk up, where's the British guy? And be like, oh, he's still in Britain. Here's Joe. And they're like, no. And they walk backwards away.
The British guy that's like a walking meme in this community of being the most gorgeous man alive.
Oh my god, and a voice that could friggin' make paint wet.
You're not wrong. I mean,
no, if there was a convention,
would you want to?
Well, I mean, what type of, like, it'd be a Comic-Con or something. I don't know what video game podcast hosts go to for conventions.
Have you heard of MagFest? And I don't even know if it's still going on anymore.
I don't think I have.
It is like a broadcasting, like, convention essentially that I think it started as radio host, but has opened up to podcasts and it's smaller. I don't know. I've always heard about it, and it's interested me in the past, and I did kick around going on my own and just never got around to it. But I also don't know if that exists anymore.
Does radio exist anymore?
Depends on what you count this as.
No, there's
PAX.
There's PAX, but I'm trying to think of the one my buddy McGee, he went to not too long ago in Toronto. It's like the biggest game convention around. I don't know. I can't think of the name. Anyways,
I don't gotcha.
Yeah, there are game conventions, a couple that happen. There's Comic-Cons that like rip through Canada every year. If we ever did do one, I mean, we'd have to have a sizable audience on a more global scale.
That's
otherwise,
true.
What's the point, right?
I say we try and get a panel and just hope for the best. And if it's a room of 2 people, do it anyway and just embrace the pain that would be.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have Captain N. I love that guy.
I
says, was no one else available?
So this confused me in the notes. What the hell, man? I'm gonna say no one else was.
Nobody was. Next, Alan, you might recognize him from the Retrotopia podcast. He says, can you get out of my parking spot?
No. Next question. I will park my unicycle here, thank you.
And finally, we have Sam that says, what gives you the right to poop in my private bathroom? Sam also being from the Retrotopia podcast. Check him out.
Well, I didn't know the outhouse in the back was your private bathroom. For marking my territory and smearing just countless piles of shit on the walls, I apologize on Brian's behalf.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all the questions. Welcome to the show, Joe.
Yay! Thank you.
Yeah, we'll try to open up more future shows with more questions and comments and stuff like that, just to figure out how it works.
Yeah,
But
they'll
did you
come
know
up.
this? 2025 marks the 40th year since the release of arguably one of the most crucial games in video game history, Super Mario Brothers, for the Famicom and the NES.
I do.
I want to go over our favorite Mario-based games for the last 40 years, and if you look down, there's a list you can pop
See,
open, so
I'm
you don't
going
have
to
to
go
use a
for it
memory.
now. I
But
mean, I was going to, but okay.
yeah, like let's start. What's your first Mario game?
My first, so like Sam and Alan, I was a Sega kid, so I got in late. It's a great console. Um, I think my first experience, sadly, was like Mario Sunshine.
I've played that one. I have yet to enjoy it.
It's the first I knew, so it really I don't know, I clung on to it because I jumped from Sega Genesis to a GameCube, so it was like a whole new world. But that's where I started, and then I've gone back and played obviously original Super Mario Brothers, and I even actually regular Mario Brothers too. What else have I? I've fiddled with a few. But what about you? Where'd you start?
Oh, I started with the OG. I
Of
started with
course.
Super Mario Brothers. Actually, I started with Mario Brothers because I am that fucking old.
I was gonna say, I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to remember. Is it just Mario Brothers? The one where you just hitting the
Yeah.
POW block, right? And it's just the one
Well, I
screen.
mean, if you want to be technical, according to this list, Donkey Kong is listed on it
Yeah.
as the first game Mario was in. He was Jumpman at the time.
Yeah.
I played that. That's probably one of my earliest video games I've ever played because it was on the Atari, and I had an Atari. I think my dad bought an Atari because he was going to be a video game guy, and he just kind of grew out of it. But
Then changed his mind real quick.
no, he never did. He doesn't understand video games to this day. But yeah, there was Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 2, 3, World, etc., etc., etc. I've dipped my toe into all of them. Dr. Mario, all those kind of side games that have Mario in it, like there was
Sports games.
Nintendo. Yeah, there's like Nintendo Golf or something like that, or just Golf. I can't remember if that's what it was called.
Think
But
so.
yeah, no, I've played a lot. So
Yeah, I've dabbled in everything over the years. I feel like yeah, I've tried Donkey Kong, I've tried Mario Brothers, I've played Super Mario Brothers. I still never beat Super Mario World. Sin that most people
yeah.
can't believe.
All right, we're
But-
gonna take a pause here while Joe finishes Super Mario World.
All right, let me put this up. BRB. Okay, bye.
Yeah, yeah, I even played Mario is Missing, and not just recently for the show. I played that back in the day. It's
I'm so sorry.
yeah, I know.
See, this is why
Not
I was
all of
glad
them
to
were
have a
bangers.
Genesis. I didn't get
You
that.
didn't
crap.
have, yeah. Sonic was never missing. He was always there to suck it out.
Sonic's great in every iteration. And I stand by that. Yeah.
That's a lie. Okay, so let's shift the conversation here.
Yeah.
You've played a lot of Mario Brothers,
Yeah.
as you've just mentioned.
Right.
Which one stands out as probably your favorite?
I mean, my immediate like off the cuff is probably like Galaxy or Galaxy 2.
I gotta play those as well. I got the
Oh, you
Super
haven't
Mario
done them
All
yet?
3. No, I got the 3D All Star
Ooh.
Collection, but I got distracted. Like I was playing Sunshine because I was gonna go through that one first.
Yeah,
Then I got distracted by a shiny new game, and then I never went back to it. So
as it goes.
I'm not gonna buy the. I think was the 3D All Star Collection has Galaxy
Just
2
one.
or
No, it just
just
has
one?
one. Yeah.
yeah. So I don't think I'm gonna buy Galaxy 2 on its own unless
I
I play
might.
Galaxy and it.
You might after you play it. It's that good.
We'll see. All right,
But-
we'll see.
Trying to think like I think I'd still like it more than like Odyssey, honestly.
Oh, Odyssey was really good. So
Odyssey,
you're
Odyssey is.
you're hyping this game.
Mm-hmm.
If you let me down, I'll kill you.
I always let you down, sir, and I'm still breathing.
No, it's
Yeah.
God,
Yeah. What about you?
Super Mario Brothers 3 and World both sit very high on my list of favorite Mario games, but I probably end up going with Super Mario RPG. Just taking Mario, giving him to Square, using that 3D Donkey Kong like graphics that the Super Nintendo was pumping out, and making a story that good.
It is good. I'll admit it. Yeah, it's a fun RPG.
I have played that game. Yeah, I've played that game at least a dozen times.
Once was enough for me, but yeah, okay.
Jesus.
Look, it shows where I got into Mario and what my tastes are compared to somebody that grew up with it, clearly. And I won't disrespect that, but it's like, yeah, it's clearly like, this is what I knew, so this is what I love.
This is funny, because you got, what's it called? Super Mario 3D that was on the Game Boy Advance DS.
Yeah, 3D
3DS.
World. Yeah, Super Mario 3D World or something like that, yeah.
I like that game as it functions like a platforming Mario game.
Yeah, it's good.
Super Mario Brothers Wii U or Super Mario Brothers U, I don't like that game because Mario and Luigi slide a lot when you land. And it pisses me off because I always remember Mario Brothers being a very tight, like if you let go of the controller in the sense of the control stick or the D-pad, and you land solid. But in these games, you always have a little bit of a slide forward, and it just made it too greasy for me.
I felt like it was even like almost a little floaty for Mario too.
Yeah, if something was off about that one, and that's why I haven't played Super Mario Brothers Wonder yet.
That was gonna be my next thing. Is like where do you land on Wonder? But you haven't touched it yet.
Not even close.
Wow, I'm surprised because that game controls tight. If that's if your worry is about it being slippery, no, you're locked in. You're good.
Okay, then they must have fixed it. Well, I think my brother has a copy. I'll borrow it off him. I don't have Super Mario Brother money right now.
Yeah, yeah, you're not gonna drop a copy on Wonder. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. What do you think of the Paper Marios? Like,
oh God,
spiritual sequels to Super Mario RPG.
I completely forgot about it. Geez, now I'm debating 1,000-Year Door takes my top spot. Because I think it does.
Super Paper Mario is better than 1,000-Year Door, and I will die on that hill. That's like one of the very few Wii games I actually like.
See, I just got my hands back on Wii again, and I've played through Super Paper Mario once, and I remember liking it, but I've only had 1,000-Year Door to compare it to, and I need to play it again, but I also need to try and find a copy. God, I didn't know when I got this. Sorry now.
Yeah, everything's starting to get too expensive.
Yeah, I know. But no, that game is solid because the story, I will admit, Super Paper Mario has a better story than 1,000-Year Door, hands down. I will give it that for sure.
And I think it uses the Wiimote in a way that I actually like because you turn it sideways, use it like a normal controller, and then you flip it up like a flashlight to look. I can't remember what it was, but it's like to look.
The tip
in dark areas or something like that.
I think you hold it up to like reveal secrets and stuff. If I'm remembering right.
That's what it was. Yeah, I got to play it again. It's actually on my short list to play.
Well, that shows you how much it's stuck with me too. I played it when it came out, and I still remember it fondly.
Yeah, and same with me. I've only ever played that game once, and I just played 1,000-Year Door not too long ago, and Super Paper Mario still sits higher.
God,
it's like sticker stars. A lot of people hate sticker stars. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, it was okay. That's where I stand. I forgot how big of a Paper Mario fan I am. Yeah, I think 1,000-Year Door wins for me.
But Origami King, I cannot get into that game. They like dumbed it down or something and just made it not fun.
Yeah, I think it hit me at the right time where I wasn't looking for something overly challenging. So I was like, it has the Paper Mario look. It makes me happy. Reminds me of happier times, but I'm not sitting here like claiming it is the best game ever. It's a solid okay.
Have you played any of the Mario and Luigi games?
God damn, do I forget how much is in this roster? Yes, which
Yeah, there's a good tidy amount. We're not even got up to Mario Kart yet.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I closed the list because I was getting like overflow knowledge. But dear lord, yeah. No, I'm a big fan of the Mario Luigi series, although I think the newest Century Brothership is the only one I haven't finished. Because it's baby. It's too baby. It's too easy.
Doesn't that seem to be their thing though? Is they make great games and then the more popular they become, the more they dumb them down.
Yeah, and yeah, that's what happens. I mean, I think this is the first time in the Mario and Luigi series that happened. Those games like can get difficult and always have. And there's some of the best writing in Mario, hands down. They're up there too. But oh my gosh.
Did you ever get a chance to play Super Mario Brothers 35?
I did for a short time.
I passed on it because I was like, I don't want to do this right now. I'll play it later. And then the fuckers took it away, and I'm like, now I really want to play it.
Oh, that's a kick in the dick. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm genuinely sad for Nintendo.
It's one of the reasons I'm so angry at Nintendo is because I'm so angry.
I don't get the taking that away and never giving it back.
No, it makes no sense. It's like, why does Nintendo keep doing this? Oh, these people really want this. Let's yank the carpet out from under their feet.
I'm so happy I got 3D All-Stars because I literally went into that dark, had no idea it was a limited run. And I'm like, oh, thank goodness I have a physical copy. Dear Lord.
You know what game caught me by surprise
What's that?
I just kind of took a chance on? Bowser's Fury, the part of Super Mario 3D World.
I don't have that one, so I never played it. Yeah, it looks good.
It is an interesting concept. It's way different than most Mario games, but it is just fun.
Well, isn't it like you have open world Mario? Yeah.
You do, but you also are kind of shoehorned into specific parts of the map at a specific time. So you can't remember what you have to collect. You have to collect like moons or stars or something like that. And you go through these kind of mini levels to do it. But like you said, it's all open world.
Yeah.
And you move about this world, and then eventually you get into a part where you're going to fight this giant Bowser. It's definitely worth playing if you ever get a chance.
Yeah, it's one of those, if it ever goes on sale, maybe I'll pick it up. But yeah, it's a Nintendo game. Is it going to go on sale?
Yeah, exactly. That's 90% of the problem right there.
Yeah, for real. All right, hit me with another one that I completely forgot about when you're like, oh my gosh!
Super Mario or Mario Golf.
Wasn't the biggest of the GameCube release. I honestly haven't done a lot of Mario Golf. I did all the other sports games, but not golf.
Then I'm out of it. The only other one I can think of is Luigi's Mansion.
Is it a Mario game?
Mario Party.
Mario Party. Well, I mean, there's Mario Kart, obviously.
Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games.
Played a fair amount of that. It just pretty much plays like Mario Party.
I can imagine, yeah. I imagine. Mario Strikers, that was on the GameCube.
That's some good fun. Mario Baseball, Mario Tennis.
Dr. Mario, because apparently he has time to get a medical degree.
They have time to put Mario into an offshoot of Tetris, is what they.
Well, here's one. Have you ever played Super Mario Fushigi no Koro Party?
Oh, Koro Party? Yeah, no, of course I haven't.
I'm just going through the list now. Yeah. No, everything else, it's all chunked into series at this point. So
yeah, a lot of this is very
Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Story.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, sure, yeah, he's in that sorta.
All right, I think
yeah, we covered it.
Sums up the 40 years of Super Mario.
Yeah, we could keep going and going, honestly.
And here's to the movie that kind of skipped from Super Mario Brothers all the way to Super Mario Brothers Galaxy without going through the steps of World and 3D or 64 and all that crap.
I'm sure it'll tie back. Let's see.
All right. next topic
Yeah.
is talking about interactive collectibles. Is there a place in the market for these interactive collectibles? That's amiibos, your Skylanders, all that kind of stuff. Or is this just a fad that needs to go away?
I think we're done, even though Nintendo's gonna pump out amiibos until the world runs out of plastic. Because
Yeah,
they were overhyped, I feel like. Like, I'm literally looking at a small pile I have right now, and I'm like, I had such higher hopes for these things, and they just
yeah,
don't do anything.
I have three that came with games. I have one from Zelda Twilight Princess, and that's
Mm-hmm.
just that little I don't
Midna.
know what his name is, riding Wolf Link.
Yeah.
And I have two from Yoshi's Woolly World. I have Poochie and Yoshi.
I think my oh nope, there's my Woolly Yoshi. I have that.
Yeah, my
I
dog got hold of Woolly Yoshi there, and he's not so woolly anymore.
I wouldn't imagine. It's just a disc at this point.
No, it's just a little bit of damage. Obviously,
that's
not
not too
worth what like the 36 cents I could sell it for.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because these really appreciate. Jeez.
Now, I will admit one thing about the amiibos is the fact that they're usable in game kind of adds a little bit of worth to them.
Yeah, but they don't
However,
add much.
no, that was the counterpoint to my
Yeah.
point was, I mean, there's like Breath of the Wild, you have to get a specific Zelda amiibo to
Yeah.
get the light bow early, and it's just like a 1.05% chance of getting it.
Yeah, like I have like all the initial run of Pokemon amiibos because I was in my head thinking Nintendo wasn't just, gonna botch this. Hey, I'm really into Pokemon. If these do things in the Pokemon games, that's gonna be sick. They haven't done shit in the Pokemon games with these, and it annoys me that I wasted my time. I literally have those, Mario, Luigi, Sonic, and I did buy the Shovel Knight one just because I wanted it, and Shovel Knight's awesome.
And that's where these things are getting their value, is they are collectibles, and we are
Yeah,
of the era of people who like to collect useless things.
like I got one in my hand right now though. Like, yeah, they're a cool little collectible, but like you can look and find better collectible small desk tchotchke figures elsewhere. Like these are not high quality at all. And
No,
for
because
what
they're
you
mass
pay,
produced.
yeah, exactly.
Well,
And what you
look at
pay for
those,
them, it's not worth it.
Look at those Funko Pops. Everybody's
Oh
like
my
dying
gosh.
over Funko Pops. And it's gotten to the point where they have warehouses worth of doubles that they hold back purposely to make scarcity so that they become more valuable and people rush out to buy them. And then they turn around and destroy all these old ones so
Yeah,
that
I was gonna say they
never
become
be
rare
bought again.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
It's just
I
it's
bought
the
a hand-
Beanie Baby fad all
It
over
is
again.
exactly
and we
what
just
it
keep
is.
repeating this cycle, and we repeat it and repeat it and repeat it because we are stupid as a species.
Yep, pretty much. So no, this needs to die. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so we're gonna we had a bit of a hiccup here on our first episode. I was talking about
As
the Wheel
we-
of Names. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or,
to
sorry,
be
the wheel of
expected.
Yeah, wheel of discussion. I randomized some topics and I had changed it because we were doing choose one, lose one amongst ourselves as the host, which we haven't done this time because, quite
It's its own
frankly, I
thing
forgot
now.
that we did it. Yeah, I kind of forgot we were doing it.
I forgot
Um,
it started here too. Actually.
Yeah, so
It's
if
its own
you've
animal
noticed a
now.
weird cut here, this is why we're actually knocking the wheel out of this episode because I have the wrong wheel up and I don't know where the file is for the proper wheel. So
The wheel is
maybe in the
dead.
future.
Got it. All right.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna move on to the
okay.
hook. And Joe, you want to read the hook for this episode?
Sure. All right. The hype surrounding certain games often leads to a hit or miss launch. Cyberpunk 2077 and No Man's Sky. Oh my god. Promised a lot and fell flat. However, Silk Song promised little, but still fell under the overhype train and delivered a 9 to 9.5 game. What are your thoughts on community hype and developer hype?
Yeah, we hinted at this at the beginning of the episode
Yeah,
that we were
we
going to
did
be
a bit.
talking about hype. and I, for one, fucking hate hype. I
Really?
I jumped into that No Man's Sky.
I did
promises,
too.
both feet, and I bought the game, and it was the most
Mhm.
unsatisfying game I ever played in my life. And then they continue like releasing stuff, so the game's great now. That's absolutely fine, but I can't get into it because every time I start the game, I just remember how flat it was, and I get bored really fast.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 2077, same thing. I jumped into the hype both feet, and we know what a freaking mess that was
Yeah.
when it came out on the PS4. And excuse me,
Don't get
I'm
choked
just
up
choking.
about it, man. I
Yeah.
mean, I know.
And just these two games caused me never to buy a game on launch day,
Oh,
with the exception of very, very few games that come from companies known for knocking it out of the park on
yeah.
day one.
Like I can top you, I think. Have you heard of the little tire fire known as
Oh my god, I had a friend who played that. He
Hi,
was
I
trying to,
bought the DLC pre-order bonus super extravaganza over here and beat the game. The Destiny 2 competitor Iron Man suit flying around game that wasn't supposed to have an ending, beat it and rolled credits in 2 days on it.
yeah, my buddy was
Oh
constantly
my
trying to get me to
god.
play it with him because, like, yeah, they're gonna fix it. Don't worry, it's gonna be the greatest game ever. And if it just didn't, it never panned out, and I felt so bad for him. Just
I
because he was so excited, and it looked like such a neat concept too.
I played so much of that out of spite. Just to be like I tried to convince myself that that thing was good. If I
You
can get
never
my
got your money back on that one,
Oh,
did you? Like,
no. No, 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 no. Not at all. And
yeah, that's
I dragged somebody in with me too, and I think he hates me to this day for it.
yeah, it wasn't me, but I still hate you. No, it's when Silk Song started getting that level of hype that I started worrying about Silk Song. I'm not even a fan of Hollow Knight.
Yeah, like
Like,
I
I
haven't beat it.
recognize, yeah, I recognize it's a good game.
Hands
It's
down.
not a game for me. And Silk Song, I was right on board with the jokes and all that stuff until it finally just got to a point where it was the same joke and everybody was talking
So,
about how great it's going to be, and they're already handing it the Game of the Year award before it's even being announced. A release date has
mhm.
been announced, and they're just lucky it was worth the wait because
Oh yeah,
this
they
could have
botched
been
it.
bad
Yeah.
for them. Yeah,
Yeah, there was no recovering out of the hype that it caused.
and
Which
that's the
I can
problem
give
is
them credit though. They didn't make the hype. That's the
no,
thing with it.
that's the same thing as people saying Nintendo's doing stuff, but Nintendo never says anything about it,
Exactly.
and then people blame Nintendo for it not coming true.
Yeah.
It's no, it's
I've
the
been
hype train is created by people, and
yeah.
they developers kind of sprinkle information like Team Cherry didn't,
No, they
which
didn't
was
say
really nice.
they didn't say a thing.
Cyberpunk had a whole subreddit in on Reddit about it, and that's where I learned of the game. And it was like in development hell for 7 years and crunch time and all that shit.
Second you
And
see
it,
the words crunch time, that's what worries me when a game's
yeah,
like
well, this is how I learned about crunch time, and
Yeah.
it's just like what an awful system there of make. Oh yeah, we got to get this game out on time, man. Let's make everybody work 100-hour weeks for no extra money.
Yeah, you're gonna get quality products doing that.
Oh no, you're gonna get crap, and
Exactly.
we got crap. And I also hate, what game was it? I think it might have been Cyberpunk actually got the award for ongoing support of a game
No, I know
at
No Man's Sky
the Video
did.
Game Awards.
Sure, it wasn't No Man's Sky. I think they did long after
No,
the initial tire fire. It was. Did
I think they
Cyberpunk
did
get
as
some?
well. I think Cyberpunk did as well because I remember being completely flabbergasted at the fact that they would consider fixing a broken product
Yeah,
ongoing support.
That's insane. I didn't hear that, but that. Yeah. Hey, I released broken shit. Don't I get an attaboy for fixing it? No, you did your job finally. Why do you deserve
Yeah.
a cookie? What's
I spent full
It's
price
sickening.
on that game, and I want a fucking
God.
working game. I don't know how my wife managed to play through like Cyberpunk and how glitchy it was on the PS4, and she just played through it, and it's like psychopath. She doesn't make good choices in life, and I am just literally the trophy for that.
Yeah,
quality.
the shining, glowing endorsement that your wife makes poor decisions. Yeah, but my wife has a similar trophy of like hanging on the top shelf. Likes to show the neighbors.
Yeah. No, what's your thoughts about like hype?
Like, I think I'm in a similar boat to you that I've been burned one too many times. Like, did you ever have that friend that was always like, this game is going to be the greatest hotness ever. You have to pick it up. It's going to be awesome. And it's just a wet fart. And then they're also the person that like, yeah, buy this. And you're like, all right, fine. If I buy this, we're playing it. And then 2 weeks roll out and they're like, yeah, I'm actually playing this instead. And it's just like, I just spent $50, you piece of shit.
Yeah, bold of you to assume I had friends.
I mean, I say that, but I'm getting derailed a little bit. It irks me, but
I'll give you another overhyped game here. Duke Nukem Forever. It took forever to come out, and it came out, and I don't know, Duke Nukem was kind of done at that point.
It was.
I know he had a lot
dead.
of games, but that shtick of John St. John and his, you mind if I take my pants off? I can't think of anything else because I just edited that episode today, so that's the one that's on my mind. But no, that game was in development hell. Mighty Number 9 is another example. The supposed Mega Man clone.
Yeah.
That got so hyped up, and then it turned into this just flat game.
Yeah, I know. I played that one. It's okay, but I didn't follow the hype. I'm okay with the hype because I've been burned so many times. I don't get my hopes up on it. Like, yeah, I'm a Sonic and Pokemon fan, for Christ's sakes. Yeah, I'm excited a new Pokemon game's coming out. I know it's gonna be shit. I don't care, and I will probably buy it, but I'm not jumping into the hype of like, it looks so good. Oh my gosh. It's there. You can be excited as a fan. That's fine. I'm going to be here and maybe I'll enjoy the game. Maybe I won't. And that's fine.
I think back in the day of magazines, they kind of helped exasperate this.
Yeah, they did.
This
Game Informers sold me on it.
Yeah, like I remember Fable being a game that Pat Morneau or whatever his name was, you can do everything. You can get married. You can have sex with men. You can have sex with the dog. You can go kill people. You can jump. You can slide. You can crawl your way through the game. Like, he promised the world. And then when you play Fable, it's just so generic.
Yeah, like, I don't think I've never beat Fable. So I got bored. Because it is
I beat it.
It's milk. I found it milk. But I also started with Fable 2 and find that better and yada yada yada.
I enjoyed the game for it being a game, but yeah, some of the stuff I was reading in magazines is like, okay, where's this? Where's that? And I can't think of any specific examples right now.
Yeah, like I had a similar experience with like a MMO that came out. It was developed by Amazon game called New World. And
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, a similar premise though. It's like, yeah, you can do anything. You don't even have to play the plot. You can be a fisherman or whatever and live your life. Or, you do, or if you don't do the plot, you can't advance anywhere. And it's like any other MMO fantasy based. Go around, kill things, do magic, shoot bows. It's like, this is the same as it's always been. And yeah, just the hype around that got huge for no reason.
Yeah, and let's not forget to mention the most overhyped failure ever, Concord.
Yeah. At that point I've been burned too many times. I was like, sure, cool. I'm sure you will.
I was so out of the loop on that one. I didn't even hear that Concord was coming out until it flopped.
Yeah, same. I know. I was like, oh yeah, that game. Yeah, I remember hearing the name, and then it's like, it's dead. I'm like, oh wow, that was faster than Anthem. Good job, guys.
Yeah. All right. That's going to do it for the main portion of the show.
Yeah.
And we're going to be, if you're a Patreon, stick around because obviously we have one more topic for you. But if you're not a Patreon, well, thank you very much for listening to the first show featuring Joe. Yeah, you can find us early with the extra topic at patreon.com/retrotopia. Or if you're listening to this, it's usually out 15 days after we put it on Patreon. So you're listening to the free one, and thank you for your support. So if you're Patreon, stick around. Otherwise, Joe, say goodbye.
Goodbye, all, and I'll say here in the free portion really quick, I do appreciate Brian reaching out to me and allowing me to be a part of this going forward. It does mean a lot, and I'm happy to be.